Hello everybody, this is Daniel Babas from Daily Soap Dish. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below. We cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé. Alright, so let's get into it. Today we have yet another Paul and Karine video for you guys. So we're going to provide an update on just what exactly is going on. So the last few videos have all been about Paul and Karine. This one will as well. The situation is insane. It is crazy and it is potentially dangerous. And I have urged on TLC to step in just to see exactly what is going on, because some of the allegations, the accusations are just absolutely insane. Alright, so let's just do a little recap of exactly what happened. So just a few days ago, Paul was doing this Instagram live with the police at his house. Now, the police call was supposedly instigated by Karine, or actually it came out that it was maybe done by her lawyer. So the police were called just to come in and check up on the entire situation. Rumor is that this whole thing started up after Paul supposedly cut off the internet off of Karine's phone. Karine felt threatened. She felt like she was in a dangerous situation, and I believe that she might have contacted her lawyer as a result, and that is probably when the lawyer called the police, and the police came just to see what was going on. Now, Paul told the police that he wasn't violent, so there was no reason for the cops to be there, and the cops told him that they were not able to get involved in custody battles, which is exactly what this is turning out to be. It's turning out to be one giant custody cluster mess, let's just say. It is absolutely nasty, and I can't see any winners in this, only losers. And by Paul going to the public, by Paul posting everything online for the world to see, I can't see how this is helping his case. I can't see how it's helping Karine's case. Their child, honestly, might get taken away based on how they are both behaving right now. So it is just absolutely ridiculous. I think they should both be ashamed of themselves. I don't really know what they're thinking. And of course, right now, all we're getting really is Paul's side of the story. So we have to be very skeptical. We have to treat everything, all the information that's out there, with a very, very heavy grain of salt. Because Karine, someone corrected me. I said Karine yesterday, but of course it's Karine. But whatever. Karine has said, actually she has said nothing, really. The only thing that she has said, supposedly, is in those Instagram posts about the restraining order that Paul supposedly received from Karine. So that's the only information that we really got from Karine. But of course, everything has to be taken with a grain of salt, because it is Paul that is doing the posting. Now, of course, those posts on Instagram, well, they have since been deleted. They are no longer on Instagram, but you will be able to find them out there. Now, I went over everything that was said in the restraining order that allegedly Paul received from Karine yesterday. There are some shocking allegations of the R word and other things. Now, a lot of people will not be covering everything. I'm not exactly sure why. You will watch other videos and people won't go into nitty-gritty. But Karine has alleged that Paul has physically assaulted her, has sexually abused her, and has raped her. So that is obvious, and it's a massive shocker. And the thing is, once you throw that allegation out there, some people believe that it's true. Some people believe that it's not true. Look, we don't know for sure, right? This is a massive fight that is brewing right now. But as soon as those very serious allegations are made, an investigation has to be done. And I can't see how TLC can have these people, this couple, on the show in good faith and keep profiting off of their storyline when there could be a serious criminal charge that is pending against Paul, and TLC could just be profiting and enabling this behavior. So I think something has to be done. Now, like I said, Paul has since removed those posts where he posted everything that was contained in the restraining order. Is this a directive from TLC? Perhaps. Perhaps TLC gave Paul a call and said, Paul, buddy, you need to cool it down, or we're going to have no choice but to cut you from the show, perhaps, even sue you or something like that. Who knows, right? So perhaps TLC has called Paul and they have kind of drilled some sense into him, because, of course, posting all this stuff out in the public is stupid. There is no reason to do it, and all it's going to do is hurt Paul and, of course, hurt their child, Pierre. So it's only going to lead to a lot of negativity that is really not needed, and that I think the whole family could do without. So either TLC called Paul, and Paul, they threatened Paul with perhaps suing him for breaking the NDA or some other stuff. Who knows? Because, like I said, this kind of behavior is ridiculous. And if TLC lets it go without doing anything about it, it looks like they are enabling it, and they are kind of signing their name onto this behavior. So they don't want to be associated with this for multiple reasons, especially legal, because there could be legal implications for TLC as well if they just allow this to go on without doing anything about it. So either that, or maybe Paul himself came to his senses and said, I've been acting really stupid, and I kind of need to take a step back. Paul has deleted his Instagram lives. He has deleted a bunch of Instagram posts, including those two, and a bunch of others as well. So it seems like the situation might be cooling down, which is really great news in my opinion. But who knows? Because just a few days before, so this was all done yesterday, like probably in the middle of the night. But a day before that, of course, we had the live with Paul with the police, which Paul had taken down. So some people had thought that maybe this was an indication that the whole situation was cooling down. But just a day later, it actually escalated like never before. So we don't know where this is going, but these people, they are involved in a heated battle right now, and there are allegations thrown on each side, on both sides, and it's really hard to make tales from what is going on. So I'll just update you guys on what is really important right now. So I was just going through some Facebook groups, and a person mentioned that Karine's mom has news that Karine's safe, and Pierre is safe as well, and that all of Paul's allegations that he made on Instagram, on his Instagram lives, are completely false. So they are saying that nothing of what Paul has said is true or accurate. So Karine's mom said that they are okay, and so that Paul is lying. His recent Instagram lives from the hospital, where of course he says that he tested positive for an STD, but he didn't really provide any proof. A lot of people are wondering if Paul is being truthful, because of course Paul kind of provides documentation for everything else. So why is he keeping the proof for his STD test? Is it because he is trying to control the narrative, perhaps? And so also the accusations that Karine gave him an STD test, and that she is an unfit mother, etc. Now, as far as I can see here, it doesn't really address the cheating allegations, but I believe those are denied as well. So Karine is safe, Pierre is safe right now. It's rumored that Karine and Pierre are with this guy called Blake, which is supposed to be Karine's boyfriend, somewhere in the region of Kentucky, wherever Paul lives. Paul and Karine live. So it's rumored that she is with this Blake guy. However, I have gone through a bunch of different sources to see just what exactly is going on between Karine and Blake, and I believe that Blake is denying any kind of romantic involvement with Karine, even though it's been heavily hinted at by Paul for a while. Actually, I think it's been going on for a while that Karine is having an affair with this Blake guy. Now, Blake does not want to get involved in this. He does not want to come and address these rumors, and honestly, that's fine, because he doesn't have to. I mean, you don't have to come and address anytime someone says something crazy about you if you know it's not true, and I think that that's what Blake feels like. Now, if it's true or not, of course, we don't know, but that seems to be Blake's position at this moment in time. So I am very happy that Karine and Pierre are safe, because honestly, I was really worried that something bad was going to happen, because sometimes these situations, they don't necessarily start off on this very nasty footing, but one thing leading to another. It's almost like a firecracker situation, and this fire that is just a small teeny weeny little fire, it can turn into like a massive wildfire just like that. And then when that happens, you know, tensions get high, emotions run high, and that's when people do stupid things. That's when bad things can really happen, and that's what I was really worried about in my video yesterday. Honestly, I'm still worried about this because I don't know where this is going. Now, here's the other thing that I wanted to talk about. So, it seems like Paul has a huge issue with Karine sleeping around. Now, he has been accusing her of doing this for some time before. There are some articles out there, there are some sources out there that kind of corroborate the story. Now, the thing is, it's really unclear if this is true or not. Like I said, this Blake guy, it seems like maybe Karine is having an affair with him, but I am not sure. There is no real concrete proof that that is the case. Could Paul just be paranoid? Perhaps. A few years ago, in 2018, I believe, I think this was in Brazil, if I'm not mistaken, Paul accused Karine of sleeping with this other man. I forget his name, Rodriguez, something like that. And now Paul got into a huge Twitter war with this man, and this man, he actually accused this man. He posted the pictures of Karine and this man online, and he accused this man of doing something that is called revenge, PORN, on Karine, and he was trying to get more information so that the authorities can get on this guy's case and they could stop him because what he was doing was illegal and whatnot. So Paul posted these pictures of Karine with this other man, and Karine was wearing not a lot of clothes. You could kind of see her underwear and things like that. So the pictures were very suggestive. Now, there's two issues with that. It was unclear at the time if the pictures were recent, as in 2018, or if they were from before. So that's one thing. The other thing is, if Karine was kind of cheating on Paul with other men, well, look, why does Paul just keep coming back to Karine? Like why? Why? I just don't really understand. So it looks like Paul just likes to whine about it. I mean, look, if she did it once, you know, you can either forgive her or you can remove her from your life and you can move on. But it seems like this has been a constant topic. So does Paul just like to be taken advantage of and then just whine about it? I just don't really get the issue. Look, this couple, they shouldn't be together. And the relationship is just not going to work out. It's just going to lead to a lot of drama and perhaps even worse. And you can see the drama unfolding right now. That's exactly what's happening. And the thing is, if they stay together, it might get even worse. Who knows? So this couple shouldn't be together. I don't really understand what Paul is trying to do. He is trying to make Karine look like this bad person. Look, perhaps Karine cheated on Paul. Look, if she wanted to do that, that's her prerogative. She can do whatever she wants. She owns her body. Paul is free to dump Karine. He is free to remove her from his life. He is choosing not to do that. On the other hand, Karine doesn't have to be with Paul either. If she is unhappy, of course she should just dump Paul and be with another man. Now, does she want her cake and does she want to eat it too? I don't really get the whole situation. I am trying to understand it. I have a hard time understanding the logic of these people. It seems like both of them are these irrational people that are not able to make proper decisions that will lead to success in their life and happiness. So I just don't really get it, but neither of them are happy. And if Karine is cheating on Paul, well, Paul has been taking it and continues to take it. And the thing is, though, also, Paul has a history. So I also wanted to talk a little bit about this. So he has a history. Now, Karine has a restraining order on him. Also, right now, Paul is in the process, according to John Yates, of getting his own restraining order against Karine. Now, supposedly the cops came over by Paul's house yesterday to serve Karine with that restraining order, but of course Karine wasn't there, so they were not able to serve her the restraining order. So according to John Yates, there is a restraining order on the way by Paul against Karine. So both of Pierre's parents will have restraining order against each other. That is just so messed up. So some people have said that because of this restraining order was interestingly written, that perhaps Karine is trying to manipulate the situation. So Karine has made rape charges, she has made physical assault charges, she has made mental assault, emotional abuse, the whole shawarma in those restraining orders against Paul. Now, she has also done a couple of other things in there that are very interesting. They were pointed out by some very some very witty, very smart people in the comment section, and those include the fact that Karine seems to say in the restraining orders that even if she goes back, so she's saying that she wants to take Pierre back to Brazil. However, even if she goes back to Brazil, she is scared for her safety. She feels like the authorities in Brazil won't be able to help her in the case that Paul comes to Brazil and tries to harm her and her family, her son, and her family. So she feels like even if she goes back, which I believe she's kind of implying that she wants to do, she still doesn't feel safe. So it's kind of weird, isn't it? Because the way that whole thing reads, it's almost as if she's saying she wants to go to Brazil, but actually it seems like maybe she doesn't. Maybe she wants to stay in the States and she wants the protection of the States. So is she perhaps looking for a way to stay in the US while at the same time not being with Paul? That is also a possibility. And like I said, that restraining order is big. There is a lot of information in there. It's very possible that some parts of it are true, while others perhaps are just added for effect or added for another purpose. Who knows? So you have to read that carefully. Right now, I'm just happy that Karine and Pierre seem to be safe. I think that's the biggest update at this moment in time. I think that this couple, I'm not sure if couple therapy is really in the works for them, because they seem to be a little past that at this moment in time. I think they're going to have to split, and they're going to have to do it as soon as possible. Now, here's the other thing. A lot of people have mentioned this also, and I want to touch on it because in these cases, it's never really easy to understand the truth, and in this case, you're not going to get the truth. Like I said, it's mainly Paul that is speaking. You're going to hear some other things from other YouTubers and also other Instagrammers, bloggers, or whatnot, but most of these people are connected in some way to Paul. So they are getting their information that is coming to Paul either directly, in the case of John Yates, it seems to come directly, but in the case of other people, it seems to be filtered down through a bunch of people, but it all comes from the source, which is Paul. So you're going to get a lot of this information, and the information could very well be true. But I will say one thing. In my opinion, I am looking at this whole situation, and I can see how Paul is not trying to use the situation to his advantage. I can't see how Paul is not being manipulative in this whole thing, which raises doubts about his real intentions in this whole matter. That is just my opinion, because I just don't understand why you need to post all of this information on the internet for everyone to see. I just don't really get that. There are some things that you just keep private, and that's just the way it is. Even in the realm of reality TV, not everything needs to be put out there, especially when it's this magnitude of drama and craziness, and also situations that come with legal implications and perhaps criminal implications. So I think some of these things you just keep under wraps. So I have to doubt Paul's intentions, and I have to doubt what he's trying to gain out of this, and I can't see how he is not trying to use this to his advantage. That is just my opinion. People will disagree or agree. They are free to do so, but that is just my opinion. Like I said, there are people out there that are on Paul's side. There are people that are on Karine's side. My opinion is that we can't really take any of this information at face value. It all has to be taken with a very, very heavy, deep grain of salt, because I'm not sure that either of these people are saints whatsoever. So look, if there is any more information, we will update you guys, but for now, very happy that Karine and Pierre are seem to be safe somewhere. All right, thanks guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.